Alright guys, it's like the 11th or 12th of December, and finally gonna hopefully get a video out today. Hunting has been pretty shitty up until about a week ago, and I have tried no less than 5 times to make a duck hunting video, and it just hasn't worked out. But we finally got some cold weather about a week ago, and I had a really good day, but I was selfish, and it was 5 degrees that morning too, so I just wanted to film, or just wanted to shoot, not film, and get out of here. But I've been hunting everywhere I can think of, and there, the sun's just kind of starting. I've got like 40 minutes here till shooting time. What was I saying? I don't know. The weatherman was completely wrong with his forecast. Since Weather Underground got bought out by whoever they got bought out by, their forecast hasn't been worth a shit. So, yeah, they're pretty unreliable. And every place said something different, including the app on my phone. I think I checked 4 places. And it's almost west-southwest. Some places were saying westerlies. The majority of the places said northwesterlies, and some places said like less than 10 miles an hour, and my phone's telling me it's 20 miles an hour right now. There's 40 miles in between weather stations here, and I'm smack dab in the middle of that too, so I'm 20 miles from either station that has accurate readings. But so what I'm doing now is I'm just gonna sit tight here and see if the wind switches around at all, because it'll only take me probably 20 minutes to get set up. So I'm gonna dick off here for 20 minutes and see what changes. I didn't kick any birds up walking in, so that's not a great sign. And it isn't that cold today. It was forecast to be like 24, but it's really right around 32. But there is finally ice on all the small water. Big water's still open, so it's kind of pushed some birds into some tighter spots. But I mean, I haven't been hunting here all that much, even though this is like probably my favorite spot, because it's just been such a crapshoot. I mean, and like I said, it's been good for like a week, but I went Saturday. I took a couple boys out hunting. I originally planned to go rooster hunting with my old man and brother, but I felt kind of obligated to pass some stuff on, and I hunted big water with them because I figured that would be a better bet with what was going on that day, and it was a weekend, so I'd be better with competition. And we shot 2 ducks and 2 geese, so you know, you can't really predict anything this year. It was so warm all in November. My deer season ended up working out okay. I hunted 8 days straight. I passed up like a 4-point, kind of because I was excited to go hunt with my brother, and then I didn't tag out with my brother, and I had 2 days of season left, so it's kind of shit in my pants. But I filled the next day, so that was fine. And yeah, you might have saw that airgun video, so you knew I filled my tag. But yeah, I don't know. I've been trying, and just, I don't know, it hasn't ever worked out. The one day that I was really dead set on filming, I sat until like 11:30 and finally shot 2 birds, and I sat there for like an hour with the camera on my head, and I'm like, nope. I have got a few kills on camera, but nothing enough to make a video out of. Mostly just me yabbering at the camera like this. There's some birds. Pretty early to be flying, but we got good clouds today too, so hopefully they don't wake up until right at shooting time, because on a good clear day, usually, you know, they'll be flying around for like 10-15 minutes before shooting time and then taper off. I don't know. I'll try to save my battery here, let the wind figure out what it wants to do, because if I sit up here and then it ends up blowing like it's forecasted to blow, like they say it's blowing, even though they're full of shit, then I'll really be screwed unless I just like pick everything up and set up again. But my girlfriend wants to go to another town about 2 hours away today to do Christmas shopping. They have better stores than we do. So I'm really supposed to be home by like 10:30 at the latest, and really she told me 10, but I mean, you gotta have priorities, right? So I don't know if I'll piss her off and try to hunt, or maybe I could get stuff done really quick. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just give up. I doubt that. But yeah, we'll see. I'll save my battery here. When it's warm enough, I shouldn't really have battery issues. So probably talk to you in about 30 minutes. It's going to be a pretty sunrise this morning. I don't know if you can see it or not yet. I can see it, and it's already pretty. There's a big halo on the moon this morning. I should have filmed that when I was yakking earlier. I tried to take a picture on my iPhone. If that picture turned out, I'll put it in here. But I wanted to add that when I took those boys lake hunting, I was more concerned with them having a good hunt, you know. So I changed my choke to an improved modified and intended to shoot cleanup. You know, anything they wounded or were shooting at, I was just going to let them shoot first and then try to, you know, clean up whatever they didn't knock down. And I forgot to change it back. So I'm set up for like 40-yard shots today. At a place that I like to shoot about 20-25 yards. I love my light modified, but I'll make it work. We'll see how bad I shoot with that. Anyways, I still got like, I'm probably going to sit here another 10 minutes and let the wind figure out what it wants to do. I'll try to get a clip of this sunrise every like 5 minutes or so though. Still not showing that sunrise very well. Alright, so the wind is kind of screwing around. But give this bullshit. Shut up, Oz. I just checked the weather. Okay? The weather station 20 miles to the west of me says it's 32 degrees, northwest winds gusting to 20 miles an hour. The weather station 20 miles to the east of me says it's 26 degrees, northwest winds at 6 miles an hour. I should have been a weatherman. This is a cool sunrise though. The camera's not doing it justice, but I mean, it's showing that little sliver over there, but over here it's just reds and purples, and I've still got 15 minutes, but I don't have a little puff bottle, so I'm going to smoke. Well, there we go. There's that southwest shit again, west-southwest, but before I turned the camera on, I had a little more northwesterly, so I am going to move about 100 yards from where I am, and then I'm going to put up, and it's just going to be how it is. Try to get this sunrise a little better. I've got 3 deeks out. Yeah, it's just not showing any color. But, shut up. Shut up. When I was walking over here, I didn't have any decoys out yet. And I had one drake kind of come and work the straight and whistle. And I whistled back and he circled and he came right over me. So I don't know, I probably got around 10 minutes now. And I'm going to hunt here. It's too late now, I already got my stuff out. So hopefully it goes good. Okay, I got like 1 minute to go. I've got a pair of birds down there. I just had a golden land right in the middle of my spread. And they're chatty. I'm going to get the camera on my head and check the time. It might be time now. Okay, it's shooting time. And I got half a mind to go shoot this pair down there. But there's going to be no way I can tell drakes from hens. And I know there's a hen in them because they quacked when they came in. The mature side of me says just sit still. But I'm not even down in cover yet. They swim into the bank so I can't see exactly where they are anymore. Maybe I get up and quack back. a lot more purple and red here over this cover on each side of that, but I think those birds are still on the bank down there. I'm like 3 minutes in now, but maybe I'll take my calls off and just walk and hope they don't spook until I'm in range. It's dark enough, they might sit tight. I mean, it's light for how much cloud cover I have, but it's still pretty dark. And maybe they spooked out and I didn't see it. Because while I'm doing this, something's going to come in. Spooked out and I missed it. Because I mean, they were like 40 yards from me right now. Boy, that's him. That was probably it, and it swam downstream and I didn't see it. Okay, I'm gonna go get in my hole. There's some red, but the train's screwing it up. It's a pretty cool one, really, though. There's a group of geese, or 2 groups of geese, I'm not sure, screwing around somewhere. And my eyes really suck. So, and it's dark still. Not sure where the geese are, and I think I just heard a drake whistle. Sunrise is getting better. Can't tell if Ozzy's doing something. I don't see anything. Those geese are still screwing around, but I haven't spotted them yet. And I don't have any goose decoys. What are you looking at, Oz? The decoy's swimming funny. But yeah, check out the sunrise. If I had another camera, I should have just put it on a tripod and time-lapse that sunrise. But anyways, this goose is close, wherever it is. Well, if I would have had goose decoys, or if he would have been 100 yards lower, he would have have died, but check this shit out now. That's pretty cool. That is definitely a good one. I don't know what I was thinking. Usually I split up my spread and I bring like 5 goose floaters and like 7 mallard decoys. It might not be very good today. Started out exciting. It's been a weird year. Getting into some oranges now. It's pretty cool. I've only heard one other group shooting so far, and the wind's not that strong that I should be able to hear for a couple miles all around me. Which means nobody's really shooting anything yet. Man, it changes by the second. This would have been a great one in time lapse. If anything, I gotta watch a cool sunrise, I guess. I don't even know what time it is right now. Obviously the sun's not up yet. 20 minutes in. 10 minutes till sun up. Oh man. Starting to lose quite a bit of its color now. There was some shooting close, and one other group is shot, so I don't know, maybe. Keep our fingers crossed. Highly doubt I'm going to make my girlfriend very happy. I mean, even just now, look at how much color it's lost. But yeah, I highly doubt I'm going to make my girlfriend very happy today. Means I don't even have a bird. I might go try and jump birds, I don't know. But I mean, this should be the spot. Wow, I mean, and now it's pretty much just over. Look how much it's changed since I turned the camera on this time. It's nuts. Still like 7 minutes out, probably, to sun up. And everybody's shooting now, so maybe the birds just woke up, I don't know. Not here. And it's pretty much over. In between that last film, or video clip or whatever, and me lighting a cigarette, I just turned the camera back on, and now it's just red color that the train's ruining. But the child side of me has a pretty good idea of where they like to sit in another spot. I have no idea if they're even there, but it wants me to walk 3/4 of a mile over just to see if they are there instead of just being patient and sitting here. If that jump went really good, you know, I could scratch 2 birds, maybe even 3 out of it, which would really hasten the day. It could also go really bad, and I could get screwed, kill nothing, and waste a good 20 to 30 minutes walking around that I could have been sitting here shooting birds. Decisions. Finish the smoke, take a pee, decide what I want to do, I guess. Alright, well the robins are awake. Which usually means that's a slow time for ducks when the robins wake up and go for their first feed. At least it has this year, but I mean it's not firing a shell unless I want to do illegal shit, which I don't. Yeah, if I wanted to hunt illegally, I could probably have 2 birds by now, some robins. Hopefully the camera captured that sound. He didn't see me until the last second. It was kind of cool. But I'll lay down here and see if any more come over. Maybe they'll come right over me. But I had one on a really windy day. I had one land on my shoulder one time. And I'm just laying there out of the corner of my eye. We lock eyes. And he realizes he's sitting on a human. I'm surprised he didn't shit on me. But I've got a number 4 loaded. I usually carry a few 4s because smaller ducks or, I don't know, close birds. So hopefully that'll mitigate some of my choke tightness. So I've got a number 4 and then deuces after that, but not incredibly pleased with myself for getting to change my choke back. Especially if I'm going to go try and jump. It's either going to be headshots or misses or total annihilation. I've been plucking too, so total annihilation is no good for plucking. But what just a weird year. How has your guys' year been going? I'm Central Flyway, and this has been the weirdest year I've ever had, by far. I've had 2 other years where it got dead around Christmas. Like a little before Christmas it would just get dead. Like the birds that were, I mean it was always colder this year. This is the latest warm weather I've ever had too. It's this winter. And there would be dead zones back in colder winters where the birds that were here would get pushed out by weather before more birds would move in. But I mean, this is just goofy. It's going to be a damn 20-minute video if I keep yakking and not shooting. I don't know. When I edit this down, we're probably like 10 minutes in already, and I haven't even fired a shell. Well, I just had a woodpecker fly over me, and Oz just about had a cow. And then looked back at me like, what the hell, man? More robins. There's been a lot of robins this year, too, like more than normal. And they're like happy. And usually by this time of year, the robins that are here are bunched up, and when they fly like in super tight, big groups. And like, you see how spaced out they are. They're just singing, dancing, laughing, having a good old time. Chill out, Oz. Have not seen a duck in a half an hour. So yeah, even though it's the immature thing to do, I guess I'll go for a 3/4 mile hike that I have no idea if it's going to pay off or not. Maybe you guys are just bad luck, because every time I've tried to wear the camera this year, this is exactly what's happened. And then I get home, and it's just footage of me yakking, don't make a video. So whether this is the shit footage or not, I'll make a video today. And then you guys can't complain and I don't feel like I owe you anything. I keep saying I'm going to make you guys a video, I'm going to make a video, I'm going to make you a video, but it's like, I've got nothing to film. Except me talking to the fucking camera. Alright, Oz, let's go be dumb. Yep, let's go be stupid. It's illegal to shoot robins or I'd shoot one. Okay, I haven't seen anything come in here. That doesn't mean they're not here. There are wings. Nothing called that thing, I don't know. I'm gonna go look anyways. So hopefully. Too bad for a 12-year-old dog, huh? Three. Come on, Oz. Drop it! It's pretty bad shooting on that guy. Pause. Mark. Hey, Mark. Come on. Holy fuck. You fucking idiot. Shooting in front of that motherfucker. And my choke's so damn tight. Oh well, I got 3 birds. Fuck it. Won't be able to use that footage unless I heavily edit it because of what's in the background. That first bird, I don't know how he didn't die on the first shell. I thought I was square. But whatever. It's okay. I need 2 more birds. There's a 3-pack, 4-pack just went and landed unless those are blackbirds. Pretty sure they're not blackbirds. I think that last one was, but the first 3 were not. And I know where they are. I have exactly 1 hour to get out of here before I piss my girlfriend off. And, fuck, I'm a mile from my decoys, and then I have to pick them up. So basically, if I left right the fuck now, I could get home without making my girlfriend mad. But, I don't know, man. I like shooting ducks. That third shot, when I finally quit leading that fucker a mile, I forget he's flying into the wind, you know, like your brain's doing all this trig. Actually, I need to make a whole video about this because I screwed up an accidental jump a few days back, okay, like a couple weeks back, that was all due to the wind, where I always shoot their head, you know. Well, it was so freaking windy that their heads were pointing this way, and I just spooked them, so they were into the wind to get air. But they were actually going away from me, and I'm shooting like 6 inches in front of their face, and I shot 3 shells at like 10 yards and missed, which is pretty sad. Come on, Oz, bring it here. Good dog. Yes, that's a good boy. Who's a good dog? Yes, you're a good dog. Yes, you are. Alright. I'm gonna have a half a smoke because I don't have a lot of time to figure out what the fuck I want to do. Okay, so those 3 birds that I hope are not blackbirds that are down here, I'm probably going to try to jump on my way back. But it's going to be a hard jump to finagle because of the way the hills are there. I don't have like a below the horizon approach I can take. So I can either come at them from this way and stay as low as I can until they see me. Well, I was just having a shit fit. So, oh, here we go. Might not have to. Just kill both these. I killed one of them. Fuck. Got ahead of myself.
And so much for those 3 birds down yonder. But that's okay. Hell, why do I even bring fucking decoys, huh? Anyways, as I was saying, I remember what I was saying. Something about jumping birds that aren't there anymore. That was just Thunderbird, except for my shitty shooting, but I'm in a hurry. I don't fucking understand the birds this year, because where I am now, which I don't know if I'll even publish this now because it doxes my fucking spot, but where I am now is an okay spot to do the shit I just did. But if you put up decoys here, you're so close next to a refuge that you pretty much just watch birds fly over you all day. And it doesn't fucking make any sense to me, because the wind, which isn't that strong, but it's like, I don't know, probably around 15 miles an hour, is coming like this, not square, but I mean, it's ripping right across this fucking strait. There's not waves, but if I was a duck, I wouldn't necessarily want to fucking sit here, and the wind where I'm at is almost perfectly right at my back. So if I was a duck, I would want to be on the strait that I'm on, but obviously, I just don't get it. It's been like this all fucking year. Good boy! Yes, that is a good dog! Yes, you are! But yeah, I don't know. I know there's birds here. There's been a huntable amount of birds here for a week now. And early season was normal, which this isn't an early season spot. A lake hunt usually in the early season. They try to shoot a good mixed bag, because late season it's pretty much just mallards, which I love shooting mallards. There's no duck I'd rather shoot than mallards, but shooting widgeon and shit is fun. And early season went fine, and then I deer hunted for 9 days, 8 days really, and I took 1 day off after deer season, came back duck hunting, and it's just been confusing and frustrating. I mean, I'm having a good day. Most people would be like, oh my god, greatest day ever, but I just used to have them patterned so well. Like, I used to have it to a fine science where I would bring people, you know, shit, we'd have 10 birds by around now. Hunting over our decoys, easy. I mean, this was a whole gamble coming down here. There could have not been any birds here. And like, I didn't see anything pile in here except down where I can't hunt. I didn't see anything pile in here except down where I can't hunt. But I heard a hen quack, and I knew that hen quacked up on that corner. But it's hard for me to get to that corner to jump. But it was a pure gamble. I jumped halfway in between where I heard that hen quack and where I'm sitting now. But I could have jumped and not had birds within 40 yards of me. You'd never know. So the question is now, I said I'd smoke half a cigarette. I've smoked a whole cigarette. Question is now, do I just sit here and try to pass shoot another one? Or do I try to make it back to my decoys and shoot one more bird? Or do I just make my girlfriend happy, take my 4 birds, go pick up my decoys, call it a day? I could go try to jump my decoys too, because there's too much happening for me to get an accurate count of how many birds were right here, but I would say more than 500, less than 1,000. And I don't think many of them went towards my spread, but I mean, even if, say, 15 went over my spread, there's a good chance 3 of them might have worked in there. But that strait is 700 yards long, so odds are they're either going to be right at my decoys, or if I didn't have decoys there, they'd be either upstream or downstream of my decoys if they were sitting there on their own. That's why I put my decoys where they are, so I'm right in the middle of where they want to be. So then the question is, if I go down there, Do I jump at my decoys, or do I jump where the ducks naturally would want to sit? Because that's not exactly where I have my decoys. I'm just going to be cheap. Fuck. Guess I won't in the day now. Huh? That was loud too. Why was that so fucking loud? No! Hey! Hey! Get over here. That really hurt my ear. Okay. Guess I'm not ending the day now. That's what I get. Ass ooming. That was a particularly stupid fucking duck too, and I was just positioned wrong. If I didn't have this fence in my way, I could have maybe rolled, but he broke, or he might have just fucking floated down right in front of me. But if you can shoot them right when they spring, when they spring, they use their wings to splash out of the water, and they splash up about 3 feet, and then they start flapping and catching air. But if you could catch them when they do that spring, they usually expose their breasts perfect to you, and they're almost straight up and down. And that's your best bet, is if you hold like 3 or 4 feet above their head and just catch them right on that spring, and as soon as you see them spring, pull the trigger. Alright, fuck it. I'm going back to my decoys. The question is, do I leave the camera on my head or not? Might as well leave that halfway unzipped so I lose everything. Who's a good dog? Yes, you are a good dog. Smart or really stupid. My decoys are there. I assume that if there's any birds that worked my spread, they're either going to be in my decoys, that side of my decoys, or this side of my decoys. Me being the idiot or smart person that I am, I'm going to go over here and jump. I'm not So it's 9:15, and it will take me about a half an hour to walk out of here and a half an hour to get home. I'm supposed to be home at 10:30 at the latest. But I also would kind of like to shower. And stuff. If I could kill another bird right now, that would just be wunderbar. That would work out perfect. But I think I foobarred that text quote. I think it's life ain't like the pornos, and hunting ain't like the TV shows. Which is true. Which is very true. This past month I could have made a lot of Tex Grebner-esque hunting videos. Which I have the footage. If you want to see them. I don't even have my fucking calls on and I'm just sitting here. Fuck it. Okay. Coffee and cigarette. Regroup. He's usually pretty good about not getting you wet. He does like to sit in your spot and get your spot wet. He does like to shake off nearby. If you can see, he's just leaned up against me. I have indulged. Coffee and cigarette. I think what I'm going to do, best of both worlds, to hopefully keep my girlfriend kind of happy. I'm sure she's going to be pissed anyways, but she knew I was coming. And if she said, you don't have to go, but I know that if I didn't go, then she'd be super pissed. Even more so pissed off than if I was just late. If I was like, yeah, I could just go ahead and go, babe. I'm going to sit here and hunt because I care a whole lot more about hunting than walking through a fucking mall. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all my closest decoys and just try to leave those 3 farther ones out and keep my shotgun nearby. I may not get anything to decoy perfect because I'll be dicking around out there, but if anything just flies by within 40 yards, I have a pretty tight choke in, which kind of worked out today. It was not how I planned it, but whatever. And if not, I'll just get out of here. 4 birds is not bad. I'm lucky to have those 4 birds. Things went better than expected. I'm sorry, Oz. No, I owe you 1 more bird. And that sun's gonna... maybe not. I had a good day. There's a chance I could get shooting on the way out, too. I could go cross-country, and that'll take me a little longer to go cross-country. If I went cross-country and came up at a particular spot that birds might happen to be sitting at, that could work. I don't know. She just texted me back, so let's see what she said. A couple years ago, my parents needed an idea for Christmas gift for me. So I told her storm fronts, because I had those 2 storm front decoys that they're still working, those 2 storm fronts I have. The keels haven't split out of them, so I'm like, yeah, just give me a dozen storm front decoys. They're pretty cheap. That's a good Christmas idea for me. Well, I got Herders by Cabela's. I haven't used them till this season, so they're still pretty new. They're not incredibly textured, and the paint's a little weak on them, but we'll see how the keels hold up on them. I still have all 12 of them, but I just re-rigged the other day when I took those boys, so I've got all these rigged how I want them, so I'll let you know how they work out. I don't know if they're even sold anymore, because every magazine I get goes straight from the mailbox right into the trash can. So, anyways, I mean, you can tell how much I love new equipment. You should see the elbows, they look the same. I actually have a brand new one of this exact same parka because Cabela's discontinued them, and I was like, no, this is the best parka ever. And it's in Max 4, which Max 4 is okay if you're in a marsh, but I'm mostly in grass, so I like the OG Advantage Wetlands, and Max 4 just says I'm an FNG and don't know what I'm doing. Anyways, yeah, Max 4 is just not my pattern of choice. So, haven't worn it yet. Still wear the old one that the zipper doesn't work on. Anyways, I'm gonna start picking up. That's a bird, motherfucker. I don't have my fucking calls. There's a group of geese. And once again, I don't have my fucking calls. Oh, motherfucker. Don't ever get a girlfriend if you like hunting. Don't ever get married. Don't ever have kids. Kids are cool, but you know what I'm saying. The sun's gonna fuck me anyways. I know if I sat here I'd kill another bird, but it might take another hour. I fucking knew it. Motherfucker. We bloody well fucked that one up, didn't we, mate? Motherfucker. Sorry, Oz. You can thank your mom for this shit. Yeah. You tell her all the fuck about it when we get home. Say it's bullshit. Go to a fucking mall. I could have maybe sky busted that fucking drake too. I didn't want to fucking look, and I don't have gloves on, so I can't fucking cover up my face. I don't get my fucking gloves wet. It's bullshit, isn't it, Oz? You're supposed to be watching, so I can just watch you. Where the fuck were you on that one, Oz? Yeah, you're supposed to be paying the fuck attention. And usually, I'm sure you guys know how it goes, you're just picking up decoys if you already shot a limit of birds. And they're just, you know, lollygagging right by you, landing in your shit. It's like they fucking know. I swear it's like they know. Like I have this maxim about like not touching your gun until you're ready to shoot. Because I swear to fuck, when you're touching your gun, you flare more birds than if you're just sitting there without a gun in your hand. Like they know. Picking up. I was really hoping the visceral mystery, that magical cigarette where anything can happen, one duck would just decide to come in and I would shoot him, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. But I do have the visceral mystery of the magic of the last two puffs. In the visceral mystery that is picking up decoys. And then the visceral misery that is walking out of here with 70 pounds of shit and trying to shoot something. That's really not a bad day at all. I haven't had a bad day. I just want my last bird. How has everybody's season been going? I would really like to know. And yeah, if you want me to come hunting with you, just let me know. Because I'm kind of having a struggle this year, so, you know, YouTube subscriber guide service, if you're out there listening. See, he's pouty because I'm picking up decoys, and he's like, are we hunting? Or not? Just about face planted. Alright, I just got my last bird. Walking out, one shot, one kill. I'm so fucking happy. My girlfriend's gonna be pissed. I don't know what time it is, but it's probably close to 10:30 when I was supposed to be home. I still have to fucking drive home. But fuck it. I put the camera away and I didn't wear it because I didn't feel too great about walking out. But I'm walking fast. But I was trying to walk smart. And it worked. And they got up right beside me. I locked onto a hen first, said picked out a drag, pulled trigger, and it actually worked even though I'm still pumping all my shit, which is usually hard to shoot with decoys and ducks on your back and my bibs. And then I got my backpack on my front, but I'm very pleased. I'll probably chop this video in the car on the way to that other town. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Let me know how your season's going, please. Later.